From photographing the Dalai Lama, the Tibet Cultural Center, to documenting Senator Barack Obama during a campaign stop at Nick's Bar and Grill, my work, even in little old Bloomington, Indiana, takes me to places people only dream of. I've been documenting our community here for the last 14 and a half years, and I'm always amazed to be part of it. Come on, hold my hand, Steve said to her little brother PJ on her first day of kindergarten at Steinsville Elementary School. I don't want you to get lost. I'll be honest, this is not my thing, Olivia Holloway said while watching the bobber floating on the water. I'm trying to be patient. This is like the third time I've ever been fishing, and I've never caught anything. Finally, the bobber dipped below the water line, and she quickly set the hook, all while letting out a big scream. I cannot believe it, she shrieked. This is incredible. I'm going to tell everybody. The Baconators gave it their all trying to wrestle this hog in the sloppy, muddy mess at the Greene County Fair, Greene County Fair's largest fundraiser. The event tracks hundreds to help see if they can find out if they can catch that hog and put it on top of that barrel. Scott Taylor checks on Sue Dillman shortly after a severe storm tore her roof off the west side of Bloomington home. As we walked up to the house and dodged it down trees and the power lines and noticed the smell of natural gas, she asked, "Is the roof still on my house?" Occasionally, I shoot a lot of sports for the paper, and I do have a front row seat to the most historic sporting events at Indiana University. Occasionally, though, I get to shoot some of the more less action-filled type things. That was Cassandra Cardinal during her Olympic trials. This is Victor Oladipo being introduced during the IU-Purdue game last year. A lot of times I'm looking for different angles, different things like that, and because I have a nice little badge, I can go up any catwalk sometimes. Other times I'm at a game and it turns into news. Tom Pritchard, Derek Elston, and Burdell Jones all react to Maurice Creek's dislocated knee after he had a bad fall at the game. Instincts took over in this case. I took this picture before I even realized it. This is the shot that was heard all around the world. At least during in the Hoosier Nation, this is Christian Mumford actually shooting the shot that won the game that Blue State, Blue School, I should say. And here is 10 seconds, literally 10 seconds, and about 3 feet from where I sat after the shot was made. The floor was crowded, and about, 5,000 people were on the floor in a matter of seconds. But we mustn't forget about Indiana University football, right? It's much like being a Chicago Cubs fan. It's been a long time since they've had a string of winning seasons. It's a celebration here after the Hoosiers beat Purdue in the Old Open Bucket game in 2007. Kellen Lewis got to surf the crowd with all the flip phones that they made. Along with sports, I write and photograph a weekly photo column in the paper called Pathways. It's run on the front page of our Monday paper for the past 6.5 years. Here, Lami Coleman shares a blanket with his son, Cody, during the second feature of the Starlight Drive. Behind the column, the theme behind the column is to capture those little moments that add up to a lifetime of memories. The following images are some of the more amazing moments that I've had the privilege to see and document. Sharing a cup of coffee outside the hospital. Waitress Jessica Burkini left, and patron Ken Tyner shared a funny story at the Muddy Boots Cafe. This came after about a 120-mile drive of me searching for a column that day, and I decided to stop at this place, and this wonderful little moment happened. Race car driver Tyler Flynn signs autographs while sitting on the tire of his micro-midget car at Lakeville Elementary School. Flynn is mildly mentally handicapped and has overcome several hurdles to stay in school and pursue his career of racing. He was at Lakeview to encourage the kids there to stay in school so they could achieve their goals as well. Here, Dave Kerr and Josh Smith take a break outside the old Skinquake tattoo parlor. I would see them doing this for months, and every time I would drive by, I'm like, I've got to make that picture. Finally, I had the time to go stop and actually make it happen. Here, Joe Wilson in the center there shakes Ed Perkins' hand, a longtime customer at Bill's barbershop. Wilson's last day after he was retiring that day after 50 years of barbering. This is Vernon Ladd. She's 100 years old in this photo. This was taken a few years ago, but she was still living in a small apartment attached to her daughter's home and still tending a flower garden out there in back, and occasionally swing on a rope swing as she did the first day I met her, 100 years old. Bob Dixon, 84, climbed the steps of the dome to wind the mechanical clock and oil and grease its gears and most importantly, set the time on the courthouse clock for 71 years. It was really neat to get to know this guy. Sadly, though, he passed away about a year after he retired. I will leave you with this. It's a quote that I kind of give my students. I teach also at IU. What happened before you got here is irrelevant. What may happen in the future is anybody's guess. All that's left is what's happening now, so take a picture of it. The only real mistake you can make is not pressing the button, and dramatic moments will be obvious as they come, but don't wait for them. Photograph the little